Hello everyone, welcome to Management 2000 Career Development Workshop. My name is Chris Agins. I'm the Career Development and Internship Specialist here in the College of Business. My office is located on the 4th floor of the Massey Business Center in room 415. So right when you take the elevator up and step off on the 4th floor, I am immediately to the right. So I want to start off by being completely transparent and telling you that this is the first time that we have offered this course online. So I have high hopes that it's going to all go very smoothly and just as planned. But if we experience any hiccups along the way, or if you have questions, please bear with me and be patient as we work through those. And also, please don't hesitate to ask how something is done, or if you've accessed it right or whatever, so that I know that you are getting everything that you need and are not missing anything and getting the full Management 2000 experience. Management 2000 is one of my favorite things that I get to do in my role here, because I get to talk about a number of different topics regarding to the job search, and I get to interact with you all. Now, again, that interaction is going to be a little bit different this semester, being online, and that's part of the reason I incorporated a discussion board option in the first session for one of the requirements, and it actually is a requirement that you fill that out, and I'll talk a little bit more about what that is and upload a picture so I can at least get to know you a little bit, even if not in person. That way, if I see you on campus in the fall or the spring, I'll remember you from this class, and you'll know who I am, and vice versa. So what I want to do is go through the syllabus, talk about the expectations so that you know what is required of you for this summer, and then give you a brief overview of how we're going to conduct class on Blackboard. So on the syllabus, you can see my name, contact information, phone number. Our office has a Twitter account that you may want to check out. We post all kinds of articles and job postings and different professional development types of things like that for you. And you can see what the meeting times are. And those are simply the due dates of when each of the videos are going to be required to be viewed by, and when the new ones are going to be available. There is a textbook that is required. It's just a workbook, though. It's a soft cover workbook. I think the price on it is, I'm looking at here, it's $19.95. We have them in our campus bookstore. You can also get them online on Amazon.com or some of those places. I can't tell you how valuable this book is going to be. There are going to be a couple of assignments that you're going to need this book in order to complete, so you will need to purchase this book. I really encourage you to keep this book after this class is done, because there's a lot of good resources in this book that I'm not even going to have a chance to touch on throughout the course of this class. There's stuff about informational interviewing and questions you can ask in those sessions, and some diagrams you can fill out to help you narrow down your search and market yourself and your best skills and all those things. So pull that out from time to time, even after the class is over, as you're preparing for job interviews and such. There are potential job interview questions listed in there as well. This course is an opportunity for you to really get prepared for the job search. I know it's a 0 credit hour course and it's a requirement, but that's because we and the curriculum committee and the professors think it's very important that you are prepared when you go out to interviews and when you submit resumes. We want you to be the best candidates for these jobs. Now, we can do a lot of things for you. We can give you feedback, we can look over your resume, we can coach you on how to answer a question or how to approach a situation, but at the end of the day, we cannot do this for you. This is all you going out and submitting your resume and answering the interview questions and interacting with the employer to get the job. So soak it up while you're here, while you have this opportunity that you're not even having to pay any additional money for, to learn about the job search process and take the opportunity to make yourself better, more confident, and more prepared. So as you look back at the syllabus, you can read about the course information, what the course goals are, to help students understand the career development and job search process, to develop skills in interviewing for employment, to develop skills in effective writing resumes and cover letters, and understanding expected standards of professionalism and office etiquette. I'm not going to read through the mission statement, the student learning outcomes of the College of Business. Those are all things that you can feel free to look at on your own. It does say on here that the course will be delivered entirely through Blackboard, and you will need to check in at least once per week, put the deadlines down, and make sure that you know what is expected of you and when it is due. We're going to use a variety of mediums, and you can also email me at any time using the email address on the syllabus to contact me with questions. Now, this syllabus is located in Blackboard, and you should already be able to access that. I'll go in and show you how to do that later on. You are required to view each of the lectures. There are going to be 4 lectures that I'm going to give, and there's going to be 1 keynote speech, and I'll give you more information on that later as well. And then after each lecture, there will be questions that you'll need to answer regarding what you just heard. So after clicking on Tegrity and watching this video, you will then go back to the Tests tab, and I'll show you where that's at as well, and answer questions about what you just learned. The assignments are all listed out here, along with the due dates and a description of them. So for the first assignment, and this is for next time, which is June 16th, I'd like for this to be done by 12 p.m., you will go onto the discussion board, and you will provide your name, your class standing, what degree area you are seeking. So if you're marketing, accounting, entrepreneurship, business, another major, share with me what that is. What industry or field you are interested in pursuing. You may not know that. That's okay. Just let me know if you have any ideas, or if you have experiences that you've enjoyed that you might think might be a potential career path. Or, if you don't know it all, that's okay too. Feel free to put that. I will promise you one thing, that is, you're not alone on that. The next thing is to let me know what questions or fears you have about the job search and what you'd like to learn from this course. I really want this course to be beneficial for you, and for you to walk away from it saying, I'm better and more prepared for the job search process than I was before I took the course. And so I don't want to spend time talking about things that I think are important, that I think you need to know. I would like to spend time talking about what you would like to learn. And if you can post that stuff on the job board, I will read through it and make sure to incorporate it into the presentations that I give so that it's most beneficial. The last thing I've asked for is a professional photo of yourself that is either currently your LinkedIn profile photo or one that you would use if you had a LinkedIn account. I highly encourage you all to have LinkedIn accounts. 93% of recruiters say that they are using LinkedIn to either find candidates or at least to cross-reference some of the information that they've received from a candidate. But if you don't have one, send me a profile picture that you would put up if you did. This helps me to recognize you, and then also to look at the type of photo that you'd use and determine whether or not it is professional, appropriate, clear, and all those things for you to use. That is what I would like for you to do by next class. The next assignment that you'll have, and we will talk more about this on June 6th, the week of June 16th, and then you will need to have this turned in by June 30th at 12 p.m. You will choose a job that you would like to apply for or interested in applying for, and write your resume and cover letter to fit the guidelines presented in that job description based on what we've talked about in class. You'll use sample documents and details that are posted on Blackboard. and log into Career Connector and complete your profile if you haven't done that yet as well. On June 30th, we will talk about interviewing, and after that class, you will be asked to log into a website that we have where you can conduct a mock interview and answer some questions that are in there, and then I will watch it and I will give you feedback on how you answer the questions, your posture, your body language, all of those types of things that are considered in an interview. There's also a written assignment which has additional instructions for that as well. So that is going to be a two-part assignment due by June 14th at 12 p.m. There will be a special keynote, which I mentioned earlier. You will watch that presentation and answer the follow-up questions pertaining to that. I'll provide more information on that at a later date. That will be for the week of July 14th, and then you'll have until the 21st. And then finally, you will have the workshop on professionalism and social media, and the assignment for that will be to watch a 6-module webinar on jobstart101.org and write a 2 to 3 page report highlighting the key issues of each module, including one action item per module that you will implement as a result of participating in the webinar. We'll talk more about all of these assignments on the week that they are actually assigned. I want to talk for a minute about the grade evaluation. This is a pass-fail class. What that means is you will turn it in, I will look at it, I will give you feedback, I will recommend changes that you need to make, and then we will work back and forth on those changes until it's pretty much perfect. The reason for this is because, much like the job search, it is pass-fail. You either get the job or you don't. There's no taking a B and settling and moving on from that. So I want to make sure that you are all earning 100% and getting the jobs that you're interested in and applying for. You can see the other things that are going to be included in the grade determination. There's some university policies you can check on your own here, and then finally is the class schedule on the last page. This is a tentative schedule. It could be subject to change. I will keep you posted if there are changes that we need to make. Most likely I will send those to you in an email. So, how I've set this up, everything you need to know about what is required of you, when you need to watch something, what you need to read, what you need to do to prepare, is on this grid. So keep it close, check on it, periodically, make sure that you've got everything up to date. Available on June 2nd, which is today, is going to be this presentation, and your requirement is to watch this presentation and answer the questions following it. You will submit your discussion on the discussion board addressing the things I mentioned earlier, and then you will read the article that is attached in Blackboard called The Art of Job Search Letter Writing, and read pages 41 through 54 and 90 through 96 in the Job Coach Workbook. All of these pertain to resume writing and cover letter writing and things like that, which we'll be discussing the next time. Each session, what you'll want to do is log in and look at the syllabus and look at this instructions section right here so you know everything that you need to do. So I just read what was in that middle box on the top line, and then what you'll want to do is look at the second line and row of boxes and look at the right where it says assignment due, and the things that I just mentioned to you are listed there as well. So by the time you watch the video that's going to be available on June 16th, you'll want to have read the job choices, pages 22 through 31, and that is actually the article that I already mentioned called The Art of Job Search Letter Writing. I copied it from a magazine called Job Choices. And then you will read in the Job Coach those pages that are listed as well. For that session, you'll watch the resume and cover letter video. So that is how you'll start each session. So when you log into Blackboard, you will click on Tegrity, and then there will be a video posted that you'll watch just like this. And then you'll go back into Blackboard, answer the questions, then you'll identify a position you'll be interested in applying for, write a resume and cover letter to fit that criteria and guidelines, and submit those to me via Blackboard by June 30th. There is a presentation that I will have that you'll be able to look at and watch, and then I'll also include the packet from that presentation with a lot of good information on Blackboard, so you can look at that as well. It has resume templates that you can use to write your resume to make it look as close to the templates as possible. It has lists of action verbs that you can use. It has some sample profile statements and all kinds of things like that that will definitely be helpful for you as you complete this assignment. And then you will need to read the Job Coach page 55 through 73, which is the workbook for the course, and the attached article called Secrets to Interview Success before June 30th. And then on June 30th, you'll watch the video workshop on interviewing, answer the questions at the end, and then you'll complete the 2 interview assignments, which again, I will talk about those more in depth on June 30th, and you'll be able to see how that assignment needs to be done, and that is due by July 14th at 12 p.m. Again, there are 2 parts to that assignment. There's a video interview, and then there is a written interview assignment. On July 14th, there will be a keynote presentation available. That will be a guest speaker that is an expert in career development and the job search and networking and all kinds of things like that you'll watch and answer some questions about. And I will give you more information on that later on. Your interview prep packet and video interview are also due that day. Then on July 21st, you will watch the final Professionalism Social Media Workshop video, answer the questions at the end, and then watch the Job Start 101 essay using the instructions that are attached in Blackboard and write the final paper according to those guidelines. I went ahead and put August 4th on the syllabus as well. We are not meeting that day. There is no video that you need to watch, but that is when the final assignment is due. So you will have needed to watch the webinar and completed the assignment. The webinar videos and the assignment for all of these dates that we've talked about are due on the same date. So I would really encourage you not to wait until what is listed as the due date here, not wait until August 4th to watch the video, because there's going to be homework that you're going to have to complete. And if you've waited to watch that, and then you have to do the homework all at once on top of that, that's going to be a lot, and you may not have it in on time. So I would make it a habit to watch the video soon after it's posted, and then you'll have 2 weeks to work on that assignment. And that does it for the syllabus. So if there are questions you have about any of the requirements, feel free to either post those on the job board in the discussion so other people can see them as well, or you can email me and I'll be happy to answer them individually. The other thing I want to show you here now is Blackboard. So when you log in, on the left you will see an option for Tegrity Classes. When you click on that, you may get this pop-up blocker screen. You'll click here to open the Tegrity list. And when you do that, okay, it looks like a pop-up has prevented it from opening. We will allow pop-ups from this site. And then it has popped up down here. I'm not 100% sure that your screen will look exactly like this. It should be similar. You may just have this Student Recordings tab, and then you'll see different dates where there are videos available. And you can click the arrow on the drop-down menu, and if there are other videos in there, you'll be able to see them, and then you'll click on it and watch that. And so that's what you'll need to do in Tegrity. and that's the first thing. After that, you'll go back to Blackboard, and whatever session you're in, you'll click on the corresponding link. So eventually it'll say Session 1 Orientation, Session 2 Resumes and Cover Letters, Section 3 Interviewing, Session 4 Professionalism and Social Media. Right now, Orientation is the only one that you'll be able to view, so you'll click on that and it will bring you to this screen where you can view the syllabus, you can view the message board, which I discussed right here, and you can click on that and read what other people have said, and you can post your own. So you can see I gave you a sample of what I'm looking for. I put my name. I put that I'm a senior +8 because I have been out of undergrad for almost 8 years now. Hard to believe. Talks about your degree. I put my degree because my highest level of education earned, because I've asked for that. But for you, just put what you're studying, and then I put how I started my career and how I've gotten to where I'm at. Again, in that place, you will include what you think it is that you're going to want to do. And then finally, I'd like to learn what things are on your minds regarding the job search and hopefully leave you feeling more informed, confident, and excited about what lies ahead. So the final thing I've asked for you to do in terms of information is to provide that, what things you want to learn, and then also upload a picture, where you should have the option of doing that at the bottom. If you have trouble, let me know, and then you'll click on the picture and we'll do something like that. And that is my professional photo that I had taken at a conference. You can see I'm in dress clothes. It's a straight-on shot. It's a neutral or professional looking background. I'm not at a party. I don't have beer bottles in there or people trying to photobomb or really anybody else even in the picture. It should just be you. So that is the kind of thing that you are going to want to use in your photo if you don't have a professional photo like this. It doesn't have to be professionally taken, but it should look professional in terms of your dress and the background and everything like that. So then if we go back to the Session 1 orientation, the final thing in here, which is what you will need for next time, in addition to, like I said, the readings that are in the Job Coach workbook, is this article, The Art of Job Search Letter Writing. And you'll see that it will open. I've scanned it in. You can read it. You can print it out. It'll give you some good examples and leave you prepared for the next workshop that we are going to have, which again, based on the syllabus, is going to be available to you on June 16th. As time goes on and we hit these other deadlines, again, I will post more of these sessions and you'll be able to have access to everything that you need in here. That is all of the information that I have prepared for this course. Hopefully you now have a good idea of what to expect and how to do it and everything like that. And hopefully you're a little bit excited about it too, learning something you didn't know before about the job search and being more comfortable with it. So I'm always available to you by email, or if you're on campus or if you're in Nashville and you want to come by, feel welcome to do that. I would encourage you to send me an email in advance if you're coming by, just so that I can make sure that I'm not in a meeting and that I'm available and have the time that you need to meet with you. I'm sure there'll be other information that I think of that I forgot to share today, and I'll communicate that via email, but that is all I have for now. So thank you for paying attention and tuning in, and we will be in touch. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. I hope you have a great rest of the evening.